If you don't have the proper lighting to do your videos, they're just not gonna come out right. Oh, today, it's about distribution. I want to talk about the different distributions. Okay, distribution. First, I want to tell everybody, my family, hello. Distribution during Chubby Checker era was different than the Tupac era. You know, Chubby Checker era, they wouldn't even come out with your music. They sign you and they wouldn't come out with none of your music. They wouldn't come out with none of your music that had you feel like you just left slavery and you was a man. You know, they wouldn't let you come out with none of your records. They wouldn't let nobody know you. Sometimes you was having fun. Then you couldn't tell nobody the white girl liked you too. You know, you couldn't let nobody know how you felt about your Courtney, and because you gave her you gave her a flower one day. You couldn't come. You was dressed nice and she liked it you, no matter if Big Ben was at the party or not. You know, you couldn't come out with none of your records doing Chubby, you know, that era. You know, Little Richard and you know what I'm saying. You only know about 3. And then, you know what I'm saying? Because they would disbar once you sign a record up, but you couldn't come out with none of your music. There's been tons of groups. There's been groups called Simeon. You know, my grandmother is a great example. You know that when you sign, you can't. Your distribution deal was like non-existent. Your records was never getting printed. When they did decide to sheet your music to a record, it would have, I'm gonna be nice and say 3 records on it while you recorded 300 songs, and they just got it ready for Post Malone to blow your shit. Okay, they got it ready for Billie Eilish to sing Yo Sash. You feel me? Okay, I'm just trying to say the different distribution. That's where distribution, we'll just say distribution started there. Okay, next era of distribution would be like Tupac era of distribution. Okay, where they'll let you come out with your music. You can come out with your music. You can come out with all your hits. You can come out with everything, all your hits and all what you wanted to do, but they would fuck up your recordings. They would fuck up your recordings. Your shit wouldn't sound good. Then if they did record you, you wouldn't get no money as much as you would think. They'll sign you and they'll say 2 million records, but it'll only be 1 million. They'll steal your beats. You would have to. Some was on a press 1 million. I think Doc was on a press 1 million. How you gonna sign a contract for a press 1 million? Which means he had to sell 1 million CDs before he started making money on his CDs. So then what they would do is the record companies would just print 1 million copies of the CD and be like, that's it. How you gonna go? What you gonna do? You gonna go get Chris and come back into the studio? You gonna go back to the studio and you gonna go back to the record companies and be like, print me another CD. They'll tell you, oh, well, we could. You know what I'm saying? You want a cookie? You know what I'm saying? They wasn't about to do none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like Tupac era, they was gonna steal your music. Them 300 songs, they was gonna fuck it up. You know, it wasn't gonna let nobody. They've been known to go to studios and bring bats, break people's studio equipment. They've been known to shoot people that was known to rap in Los Angeles. They've been known to black people been known to shoot other black people at their proms, in front of their girlfriends, wreck their cars. Record companies been known to blow cars up, you know, just put a bomb right underneath there. Boom. You know what I'm saying? So that era of distribution is always going to be hemmed. It's always going to be hampered. It's always going to be talked about. It's always going to be spoke. It's always going to be, you know, did that tide hit your clothes like that? No. Oh, I might want none of them. I want to be what we call LA fame. I want to be famous. I want to be somebody when I drive to Los Angeles. I want to be connected, right? It's always going to be, you know, this new dash LA famous, you know. You got to know them. You got to know the in crowd, you know what I'm saying? I'm still one, you know, I'm still here. I'm still alive. I'm still one, you know. I might have fell out my certain group, but I'm still here. You know, it's like delivering a championship like LeBron James. Sometimes it go bad, but it's still LeBron James, still LeBron James at the end of the day, at the end of the snack, at the end of the sandwich. When all sandwiches are ate, I'm still Simeon Walton at bottom line. Okay, so anyways, this video is about distribution. The next level of distribution would be the Kendrick Lamar distribution, I would say. Once we get to Killer Kendrick distribution, we'll just say Eminem distribution. But I want to talk about, not toilet paper. Let's talk about Kendrick Lamar distribution. Kendrick Lamar distribution would be your CD sounded like shit. Your CD sounded like shit. And some producers went in there, the distribution company went in there and said, we're going to help you with your distribution of your music because you have talent and you can rap, but your CD sound like shit, sound like you sucking dick on the cam. So we going to fix you with your distribution. We're going to help you with your distribution because your music sound like shit. So they go in there, they listen to the music, they reorganize your music, they reorganize your fucking volume, they reorganize your vocals, they reorganize your library, they reorganize from song 1 to 20. They reorganize what you're saying, how you chiming in, your timing, you know what I'm saying, how the beat get up in there. Because with Kendrick went into the studio, it was good enough to have somebody listen to, but it wasn't good enough to have sounded good when that radio time hit. You know what I'm saying? We all know when that King Kunta came out, we was listening to it and we was buying food at the liquor store, whatever, you know what I'm saying? We was in the store, but as soon as the phone went off, we was like, was that y'all? Was that LA and Just Us? We was like, hell no, that song sucked in the motherfucker. That song was garbage, but it was interesting enough that we listened to it, that we liked it, yeah, because we supposed to have liked it, right? We said we liked it, so, but when they went back and fixed it, it sounded a lot better. It sounded a lot better now. Now it's a song I could probably tell my kids, yeah, we was listening to, we was in Los Angeles when that song came and played, yeah, blah, blah, blah. This is where I dropped by my 40s and woo, it's rock, you know what I'm saying? It was a good song, you know what I'm saying? I'm all outside, you know what I mean? Red Lakers, you know what I'm saying? Blah, 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 blah. You feel me? So that's where distribution is at right now. Other than that, I would love, here's Simeon Walton. I would love to press play on a 50-50 deal with that type of distribution where I could just let my CD go. I could just bow. There go my my CD, bow. Here go my CD. I'm selling 200,000 copies. I'm selling 1 million copies. And then how about somebody come and help me with my level of distribution of my CD? Fix it up, make the beat sound better, whatever it, you know what I'm saying? Fix up what I'm saying, the volumizing of my CD, of my catalog, you know what I'm saying? And therefore, with a 50-50 split, because I'm still projected to sell well over 200,000 CDs. I'm still projected to sell lifetime of the CD 200 million CDs, right? Somebody's going to sell 1 billion CDs. It's a fact. I'm still slated to sell 20 million CDs, you know what I'm saying? I'm still projected to sell and make $200 million. So you have to $1 billion, right? 100 years from now, somebody gonna study hip hop, and my CD and what happened in my career is going to come up just like back in the day in high school, right? Okay, 50 years from now, 150 years from now, they're gonna classify that. They're gonna put that as an American classic heritage, a fundamental learning plan. And the life of Simeon Walton is still going to be taught from 100 years from now, 200, 300, 500 years from now. Now, how I get reported on is here and there, because you only live one time. But dare I say, and nobody should be turning no Walt Disney down, just saying, oh, you know what I'm saying, the head, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, dirty. Okay. Then the point is that I'm still projected to sell. If I sell 2 million CDs, when they go to college for that, don't you think if my CD, I've been to college, my CD was online, don't you think they're going to buy my CD if it was a little $15, $20 for $20? Yeah. How many CDs in a lifetime, I'm trying to say, 1,000 years from now, like, we're going interstellar, you know what I'm saying? Like 10,000 years from now, just as person could be saying before World War III, this was Simeon, he grew a motherfucker for World War 53. You know what I'm saying? How many CDs is I'm honestly supposed to be sold in the lifetime of the CD? It's fair to say like 200 million CDs gonna be sold, right? Let's say 20 million CDs, right? So you're saying I'm still projected to I'm still projected to make $200 million. I'm still projected to make $1 billion cash. Okay, so at that point, I would want some help with my distribution of my CD, right? I would want some help in the distribution. I want to sign a Sony distribution. I want to sign a Warner Brothers distribution. I want to sign a Microsoft distribution. I want to sign a Walt Disney distribution, right? Because I need help with the distribution of my music. You know what I'm saying? Of my catalog. You feel me? So this song is about that. That's currently where the world of distribution is at.